collection you're going to visit and visit and visit, whether it be for an anniversary card, a celebratory, even if it's a sympathy card. The two swans, you know, it's just very, very soft, easy on the eye, build the design up, make them look like they're coming in. You would never get that reflection.
No, you wouldn't.
And the reflection is such that it has the sort of ripple effect in the water too, so you're not going to have to worry about, well, where would the ripple be? The ripple's there in the stamp set for you. So this is really going to elevate your crafting, and if you love stamping, you love colour, you love stencils, then you're watching the right show.
Yeah, you certainly are. These are
incredible.
absolutely terrific. This one in particular, when it's in silhouette, oh my days. So you've got that fabulous kingfisher, but look at that, just simply on the card, and that reflection, like you say, Toni, you've got that ripple there, which is so perfect. You could, you know, you could try and recreate yourself yourself with pens. I've tried it, but it's never right. Always the reflection's too big
and because
or
as
too
crafters,
small.
we're always critical of ourselves. It's never good enough, but because it's incorporated in the same stamp, it's absolutely good to go. All you need to do is highlight the ripples with a white gel pen, add some sparkle, add the splats from your lovely confetti ink, add the texture, jelly plate backgrounds. So when you do it, going through the process of this sort of silhouette sort of design and effect, you know, it's about enjoying the process and getting the wow factor at the end, because it's not until you stamp that focal stamp in the middle you're going to go, yes, that is amazing. I'm proud of that card, and do you know what, I'm not going to make one, I'm going to make 5, I'm going to make 10, I'm going to change the colour, because it's going to encourage you to just change the colour. You've enjoyed the process so much, you love the look, rather than do gold embossing, let's do a white embossing, let's do a silver. It's just, it just never ends with this sort of collection. Oh,
do you know what? This is absolutely terrific. Look at the price. 3 pence, £20 and 39 pence if you're in the club. I do need to tell you, though, nearly 80% of the stock has gone, and we only launched this at 6 p.m. tonight with Catherine. That's all the stock gone. What a fabulous collection to take your crafting, I think, again, to the next level, to give you that professional finish, and also to give you that confidence, and to do what you see. You know, you'll see some artists doing reflections with their paintings, and they get it so perfect in their big paintings that they do, but now you can get that perfect result time and time and time and time again with your card making pictures as well to put in frames would look absolutely fantastic.
Pieces of artwork as well.
Absolutely.
Literally, they're good to go for framing. Sell them as well. As long as you're making something, you can sell your makes, get your money back, so you can be creative with something else, another brand's products, whatever it may be. You know, just enjoy the process. If you're enjoying it and smiling, that makes me very, very happy. And as you can see from the samples at the front there, you can use the stamps as a solid portion in one, or you can maybe just use like the side of the boat, or put the elements in the middle or off to the side, and all of those stencils, which are delicious.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that one.
But you can see the beautiful incorporate the moon. They all interchange beautifully. The foliage works beautifully on its own.
It does.
And if you are a clean and simple card maker, the foliage will just work on its own.
Wow, 80% of the stock has gone now. Can I just point out as well that on one of the stamp sets, the couple in the boat, there is a stamp that says never give up, and that also has a reflection that you've just seen there on that sample. I think that is terrific. I really do. I really do. And that just adds that finishing touch to that particular design. 80% of the stock gone, everyone. 710153. Now, we've got some stencils for you on the show. And these were very, very busy earlier. Half the stock has already gone. Shall we walk over? Yeah, here we go. Right, tell us about these stencils and why they were so busy.
These are stylised shapes, Janice, simply because I love where you can create. I love anything that tells a story.
Yes.
Okay, so these tell a beautiful story for whatever theme. They are just beautiful, and these can be incorporated within the shapes. But I didn't want just a circle or a star. I wanted something that may be elevated and made it a little bit more arty, a little bit more stylised. Hence the reason stylised shapes. But you know, the graffiti artists on holiday, and you see them on the ground and they're spraying through stencils with spray cans and things like that. It's never perfect. You get the odd like grungy side. It looks really, really cool, but it's not intentional. That is what this is all about. So use them with your other stamps, stamp them within, create the silhouettes if you want to, add them around your work, add the whitewash, use half of the circle if you want to. Honestly, there are no rules. Just be creative with anything. And look at this one, night and day. I don't know if you've just done that one.
Yeah, look at that.
A night and day scene with the trees. So you have the left in a dark colour and the right in a light colour. And then this is the square, Janice, where you just get that sort of, it's just giving you a different look to your card. So the stylised element is not all around the edge. It's not like a grunge square, a grunge hexagon. It's just in elements of it, just to elevate it. I love anything that makes me look like an artist.
Do you know what? This is going to make you guys look like an artist, definitely. These are absolutely fantastic. Use them with your inks. I guess you can also use them with your texture paste as well. Why not?
Further down, I'll show you some samples where we've used texture paste through them and things like that. Sprays, I've got my Pearly Wink sprays in the show.
Oh, they look terrific.
Icing, my festive collection that I brought you last week. Spray through and just enjoy the process. Push it back with a bit of white if it's too bright. Bring it to the foreground if you want to with some sparkly elements. Just enjoy, and probably you're never going to end up with two cards the same.
No, you're not. And do you know what? I bet they'll be terrific on jelly plates as well. I've been playing with my jelly plates. They would be amazing.
To
give the shapes on the outside. Yeah, definitely. Right, that is a fantastic deal. We've also got a great deal for you on the Icing Pigment ink pads as well. Over a third of the stock has gone already. I really like these because they're dinky.
Yeah, and you get a whole lot of ink for your money. So Aladdin, I know I say it every time, but I'm really proud of the fact that, you know, Aladdin is a family company. They're based in France. They have a great ethos like Stamps by Me. They're affordable and they're good quality. So in this set you get the white, the gold and the copper, which is invaluable really. Brilliant for your black card. The gold and the copper look like heat embossed images. You saw me in my other demo show you that. Like if you don't want to do your heat embossing and you just want some metallic, then they're beautiful. They work on black card and they're opaque, which means you can't really see through them, which is brilliant. And they're oil based as well, which means they blend beautifully. So I love pigment ink pads. I've got some new colours coming myself as well.
Have you?
Just if you can step away from dye, we've all got our dye, but if you want to try something that's a little bit easier to blend, you can build layer upon layer, then these are a great starting point.
So if I wanted to use some clear embossing powder with these particular ink pads, I would see that lovely metal style colour underneath.
So
hey,
if you've
that's
only
cool.
got a clear embossing powder in your stash, throw that over these colours and you've now got a red, a blue, a black, a silver, a pink.
Brilliant.
You know.
It's a clever idea, isn't it? It really is.
It stays wet for longer, so it'll grab that embossing.
And it's great price as well. 2 payments of £6.75. How about that if you're in the club? Now, this next item I'm really interested to see. 80% of the stock has gone. So this is your confetti ink. How does this work?
So basically this is like a hybrid ink. So this is in the middle of a watercolour ink and a gouache. So dependent on how much water you add, you're going to get a watercolour. Less water, you're going to get a thick consistency like gouache. So this is where you're going to be able to create highlights on your swans, create the snow effect, stencil through the white onto your coloured backgrounds and bring the star or the hexagon to the foreground. You can mix them in with your sparkly inks if you want to, but basically they are a palm size ink, so travel friendly. Spray inside, activate the ink in there. You don't even have to let it dry when you're finished with it. You've got the lid as a mixing station as well, so where we would traditionally pick up our gel pens and things like that, you can go in and add the highlights with this. It's absolutely amazing.
That's fabulous.
And it'll last a long time, but I've put 2 in because I know as soon as you buy 1, you'll use it that much. You'll be like, one second, well, you've got that backup ready to go. This is one of our hero products from Stamps.
Do you know what? Doing any kind of highlights in white or just using white to highlight any detail looks absolutely fantastic. So just a spray of water,
spray inside,
and then
you can mix it on whatever you want. And you can spray it inside or mix it on your mat if you want to. You can mix it in with your coloured inks if you want to make like a
pastel.
A pastel colour, or your sparkles to create white sparkle.
We're approaching limited. They look absolutely amazing, don't they? Look at you for getting hold of those. £12.59 if you're in the club, and you can divide the cost of those as well. Because you're getting 2 and you can divide the cost, if £12.59 seems a good price tonight, which it certainly is, why don't you multiply?
Can I just show you that one where they've painted the swans back in?
Yeah. So look at this. We are now limited. Sorry, I'll show you that on there.
Just paint them back in to bring them to the foreground, you can see, and they've got a few splashes around there.
It's like the moonlights on them, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous.
It really is.
Really impactful cards, and that's that stylised square with the gold around the stencil, just stencil with the eyes ink through the stencil.
Love that sample. Really like that. Love the blues in the background. It's great, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at the website. This is where you can go to see all the items that we've got left for you. We've got the Washi Collection. Oh my days, you must go and have a look at that. It's extra large washi tape. You can do so much with it. We've also got some extra dies and stamps, got some returning favourites for you. It really is a fabulous deal. Now, I'd like to say hello to everyone in Europe and America tonight, because we've got lots of people joining us from America. So let us know where you're watching us from. Email in studio@createandcraft.com. Now, I've got news for everyone. Your one-day special, we are approaching limited stock. Wow, this is only the second hour. We are approaching limited stock, and it was a huge stock as well. It's a terrific set of stamps, and you've got the opportunity to start building and making those reflections so effortlessly. And you've also got added extra stamps, of course, to create the backgrounds and add sentiments as well. Grab yours whilst we've got them, because we are approaching limited stock. When we go limited, I'll let you know. Right, Toni?
So I'm going to use the stylised star. I think these are just absolutely gorgeous. You'll be able to use these with all of the products you've got in your stash. I'm just pinning it down here, and I am doing it on some watercolour card this time. So in this show, obviously I've shown you the basics with what you can do with your lovely stamps and things like that. This time, let's just push it one step further and see how we can make our cards look, oh, can I get that off now? really arty. So I've got that star. So first of all, let's get some colour through here. Now you can see I'm not using all of the star. I'm literally just using sort of like off and on design here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of pink. I'll just grab a brush here. So just an ink pad of any form. Now I did use my Icings in the other show. I do encourage everybody, always go back and watch other shows, because we can't get it all in one show.
Yeah, you can watch those shows on Rewind on the web.
Absolutely. So let's just get some colour through here, just to create some dimension. So a bit of blending with a blending brush, nothing fancy here. So the stylised element is these sort of like extra elements here that give you, just makes it just a little bit different to a star. I think it's just really, really beautiful.
Okay.
So and then your sprays and things like that just look absolutely incredible through this sort of. So it doesn't look like there's much ink on there. I am going to go a little tad darker though, with a darker ink pad, because on last show I did it and I pulled it off and it didn't really look very dark, although that's quite dark to me, but you can't really see much. So I'm just going to get another colour and just maybe that's better. Okay. Just make it a bit darker for people at home, just to see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just softly adding some detail. I'm trying to stay away from the centre. So these are the Funky Fossil blending brushes. These are on the web. I've brought everybody's products with me today, can't you tell? I'm like a bag full of goodies. Bag full of goodies. But I just love it all. You know, they're all.
Do you know what? I think this would work really well with some textured paste. I really do. Because you've got, like you say, you've got those little jaggy bits in there, like it's very organic. And I just think that would look terrific.
Absolutely. So let's just move this away so you can just see. So you get that amazing sort of pattern.
I like that.
I mean, they're just a little bit different, just a bit of a, make them a little bit different.
I like the way you've gone around the edges and you've left that inner part quite light. That's like, very effective.
Like a halo effect.
Yeah.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to chop it up this time. So let's bring in our tree stamp.
Okay.
Now, the reflection is there for you, but you can so play around with these and elevate the design even further. So you can see here, you've got like the solid portion at the top, and then you've got like this, but I forgot the lovely lady's name who was with me earlier. Kathy, that's it, Kathy. Catherine, it doesn't matter if you go the other way. I don't think there's any rules with it. Just enjoy the process, okay? So let's just get the stamp. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pop it on so it's off the edge of this star. And then I'm just going to hold that in place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the top in black.
Okay. So, when we're doing the, because it's a reflection, here's a question. Do we go a lighter colour on the bottom? Do we make it different?
Absolutely.
Or could we just do it the same?
Great question. So you can do ombre, dark to light, if you want to. So like a black down to a grey gradient, if you want to. You can do ombre left to right as well. That works beautifully. You can just do it solid black. It looks really impactful. And that's what we did earlier, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a technique here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp the top, okay? So let's just push that into this. Now this is watercolour card. So let's just give it a good old push down. So this is just a different way of using the stamp. Let me just make that a little bit darker.
Okay.
So I'm just going on the top part. Don't worry if it catches the base, the sort of reflection. So let's just get this on fully.
Do you know what you could do with this? You know, using your confetti white or like a yellow paint. I don't know whether this would work. I know they're trees, but you know, if you put little lights in, it'd almost be like a fantasy city.
Yes,
on a lake.
like an island or a
yes.
lake.
Yeah.
Absolutely, of course. Great idea.
That looks fab.
So what I'm going to do now is, rather than, let's just get rid of that black off there.
Okay.
So this is where you can be really creative, okay? So I know there's going to be a reflection here, so I'm just going to grab my brush and some clean, clear water.
Yeah. Right, I do need to tell you, we have gone limited stock on the one-day special. Wow, this is all the stock there is, and we've only had 1 hour show. We are 18 minutes into the second live hour, and we've now gone limited stock. So please do check out your baskets, and if you're sitting there just watching the demonstrations thinking, shall I go for it, shall I not? Think a little bit harder, because I don't want any of you to miss out on this. It's a terrific deal. You can divide that cost, by the way. So as a club member, you're saving £14.80, but you can divide the cost into 3 payments. It makes it affordable, and I'd have them just for the packaging, because I think the designs on the front are absolutely lovely. They really, really are. And that could give you your first inspiration for creating your first set of cards. It really could. £20.39 is your first payment tonight, another payment in a month's time, and another payment after that. Absolutely beautiful. Love those designs on the front.
Everybody loves our packaging here.
Yeah.
Oh, our packaging's amazing.
I know.
We love your packaging. I know. It is.
Do you
cool,
design it all?
Yeah, I sit with my designer. Well, we do it because I want you to be instantly inspired.
Well, you are. You really
You
are.
really are, yeah.
Looking at that.
It works.
Yeah, it does.
Right, so I've just got some clean, clear water here, and this is watercolour card, and all I'm doing is I'm just popping some water underneath this reflection with a clean brush.
Yeah.
So I'm just dragging the water down to where I think it might happen.
Yeah.
Where I think the image might end, which are probably about here. I've not moved my stamp.
And you're not worried about taking that ink on the outside of that star, because it looks like it should be like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So just add the water.
Yeah.
Now this is watercolour card, and you'll see why I'm doing it in a second. So get quite a flood of water on there.
Yeah.
And then with the base of our stamp, we're going to take some colours, and we're going to do a bit of a pink on this.
Now, what's the ink you're using
This
here?
is just a water base, so
It's a water-based
so it's going to
ink.
bleed when I pop it on. We'll do a red. So this is just, yes, we can get the reflection, but this is going to give you a different look. So play around with the stamps, be creative. So I've done 4 colours in the base of this here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stamp it into this water.
Oh, I can see that happening already.
And then what I'm going to get is a colour reflection, but not a sterile colour reflection. When you lift it up, you should end up with a puddle of colour.
Oh, I like that.
Looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Now, let's just blast it off a little bit.
Oh,
just
I like
get rid of some of the water. Now, because we're working on watercolour card, obviously it sits on the surface longer, so we can play. So I'm just taking it off a little bit.
Do you know what? That would also look nice flipped over the other way. And use it not as a reflection, just as a cool effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm not liking this harsh line at the moment, so I'm just going to take my water and just drag that out a little bit.
Okay.
But the cool, I'm not moving anything, by the way, so the stamps are doing all of the work, okay?
Oh, do you know what that? Do you know what that reminds me of? You know, when you see these nighttime pictures, again, of like a cityscape. I'll talk about a cityscape, and you've got the lights from the city, and they're glaring onto the water or the river. And you've just got that really sweet effect that does that.
Yeah, and again, just be, you know, be playful. So let's go back in. Let's do the colours again. Oh, I've done it on the top as well. Let's just wipe that off.
Okay.
The top's black, remember, Tony. So the bottom. So this time it's still quite damp, but this time I'm going to get more detail.
Okay.
I'm not going to spray it this time because I really would like to pick up that detail a little bit more than that. So that's all that's going to do now is the first one we did is going to create like a little bit of a halo.
And this is, I guess, this is why you need a stamping platform, because it gets it in exactly the same place, so you can start building up all your different layers. Do we have any of your Eureka on the show?
We should have, yeah. I think they're in the show.
Ah, it's on the brand shop, so you can go and have a look at that.
So look at that, just a totally different way, and look at that stylised star behind it. Just looks awesome, doesn't it?
Doesn't it look amazing?
So what we need to do now is we need to sort of be a little bit creative if we can, and we need to just add. Now you can use your white gel pen, but I'm going to use my confetti before
I'm
it
interested
goes.
to see how this
so
works.
It's got a bit of blue in there.
Okay.
But just spray it
Your confetti ink is very, very limited, and I think the last few will go when you see the demonstration here. You get 2 for only £13.99. Now let's see.
So you can see I've just sprayed it with water.
Yeah.
So depending on how much water you put in is how you're going to be able to see through it. Transparent, opaque.
Yeah.
If you put a tiny bit of water in, it's super, super thick. But you can see the more I mix, the thicker it gets. It's absolutely gorgeous. So then all I'm going to do here is just tap this on the edge of my brush.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll be able to, can we see it?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah. So I'm just creating a little bit of artistic splatter, should be one to call it. And then what I am going to do as well is I have my Pearly winks, which are the copper infusions, these 4. I don't know if you've seen them. They are on my show.
Yes.
And
we've technically sold out of these, but we can get some back. They'll be on a bit of a delay. So yeah, let's demo these. £12.99. The copper infusion, is that the one we're going to use?
Copper. So I'm going to add just add some to my mat here. Now you can see it's really difficult to pick up the sparkle. Let me just wipe that white off. So I'm going to add some of this to my design as well.
Oh,
so
lovely.
be creative with your colour. If you did it on black card as well, these colours would still show on black card, the white and this copper infusion. Now, just while I'm on that ink as well, just before I came to air, very quickly, if we are going to get some more, can I just show you, that's what they're like on white. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. Can you see?
Yeah, we can. We'll try camera 2. Yeah, look at that.
Just to show you how they've got a copper undertone rather than a sparkle undertone.
Oh, I see.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
isn't it?
They're there. I think they're some of their new colours. Oh, sold out.
Now, okay, we sold out of the confetti, but we've still got these Pearly sprays. But it's a. When are we sending them out? July. Sorry, the confetti ink's gone, but the
Pearly winks.
Pearly winks. That's 10th of July. 10th of July.
That's not long.
So it's not long at all. I do believe the guys from Pearly winks are in this Saturday.
With
I
new
do
colours.
believe. Yeah.
Stop right now. I'll never have any money.
I've just used some of their texture paste to create like a concrete effect on an old metal vase thing. Yeah, it looked great.
So once you dry this ink, it's super, super sparkly.
I love that.
It
Really
looks
love
like
that.
lights out of the buildings.
That's it, yeah. When you see like buildings illuminated, and that, I know it's the forest, but for me, I'm looking at that and I'm seeing a cityscape.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere just quite fantasy-like. It looks amazing. And you could just put some tiny little dots in there to give the image of like little lights in the building. Yes, it's the forest, but it could also be a cityscape as well.
Absolutely. Of course, absolutely. You're so right. And then let's just add a sentiment, and then this could go in a frame. It could be attached to a card. It could be attached to a journal. And if you wanted to as well, you could take a fine line pen and do a wonky stitch around the triangle just to enhance not the triangle, the star. If you wanted to pencil it in, add a shadow around, just be really creative. Now, let's just pop that onto. I'm not going to stick it, but I think you get the idea. Let's just show you. Very simple in design, but how arty does that look?
Look at that. Oh, I wish I'd have done that. You know when that happens, when somebody creates a card like that, it's so amazing. You think, wish I'd have done that. Well, do you know what? You actually can when you get your one-day special home, because I'm sure Toni won't mind you trying out all of those techniques. That's the point of the demonstration.
That's why I've got the QR code as well. Do it. Absolutely do it.
Give it a go when you get them home. We're limited stock, though, on the one-day special. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. That's it. When these have gone, they have gone. You've got these beautiful romantic scenes with the couple in the boat there. You've got that wonderful mystical scene of the kingfisher just perched on the edge of that branch just there. Absolutely incredible, beautiful. Is it a kingfisher? Oh, it could be any bird. It could be any bird at all. And then you've got that wonderful forest. Dare I say it again? Could be a cityscape. And then you've got that beautiful Swan Lake. These samples are beautiful. Look at that in the moonlight, with that reflection so perfectly put into the water. You know yourself, when you've tried doing reflections and you've had stamps and then this system and that system, it gets a little bit messy. It doesn't quite look as it should. It's a bit off centre. This is going to be perfect each and every time because it's one stamp to produce the reflection and the main image. How about that? And these are for all occasions. You can be as grungy as you like. You can be as neat and clean as you like with your designs, but you do need to get all 4 into your basket because they are limited stock. And this is the final live hour tonight. They might be on overnight on a repeat, so if there is any left at the top of the show, which I don't think so, I'm sure they'll go overnight. So that is the couple in the boat in the lake, which looks amazing, and there they are again with the wreaths in the front. Now with your stamp set that you're getting to create those looks, if I just grab that set. Have you got the one with the boat there, Toni?
The packet.
Yeah, I was just looking for the stamp. Oh, it's right in front of me.
Okay.
It's right here. I just wanted to show you that you've got that stamp there. You've also got the trees in this one. You've got the sentiments. You've got the wreaths as well. But all of that will work really well with the Swan stamp set, and all of the Swan stamp set will work really well with the couple on the boat as well. So you've got all of that interaction, and you've got that wonderful water there and that ripple. So all of the stamp sets work individually, but they'll also come together to create some beautiful, beautiful designs. If you want to get a hold of your one-day special, 710153 is your item number. Better check out your baskets now to make sure you get it, because it really is an incredible deal. It surely is, and you can make some wonderful designs. 710153 is your item number, and your first payment is £20.39. You are watching Create and Craft, and we have all sorts of promotions here.
Look out for our big weekly promotions only at Create and Craft. Our one-day special, which is our special product of the day, launches every day at 6 p.m. New and exclusive launches Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m, where you will find products and offers not available anywhere else. And there's our pick of the week, which launches every Monday at 8 a.m. Taking you into the weekend is our Weekender, which launches every Friday night at 8 p.m. Create and Craft, bringing you 7 days of deals.
Now, when you say washi tape, you really do mean washi tape. My goodness, this is an absolutely terrific deal. Not only do you get the washi tape complete collection, but you've got the dies to cut out the designs as well. So tell us how this works.
So these are 10-metre rolls with a sticky adhesive back. So if you want to do stickers, if you don't want to mount them onto anything, you can make stickers for your brag books, your journals, your fridge, magnets, whatever you want to do. Now, if you stick it to white cardstock and then you use your complementing plate dies, which I'll show you because they are huge. It's an A4 die split into 2, so we don't miss out our A5 die cutters. So basically, I'll just show you. And you run them through all in one pass, whichever way it may be in your machine, and it cuts all of the toppers at once.
That's amazing.
Honestly, it's amazing. Now, you all know last week I was here with Christmas. It sold out before I even got here.
It certainly did. I mean, it's a terrific idea. It really is. You can also use the washi tape as is, just as washi tape to create your backgrounds.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
So it's heat resistant.
Yeah.
It also is semi-porous, which means you can use your sparkle pens on top of it as well.
Really?
You can heat emboss onto it, and it will hold some watercolour. Now, if you know our washi, it's 10-metre roll. It's a big roll, and the dies is 2 A5 dies to complete the A4 set. These are £40 each. So one roll and one die is £40. That's
now the saving. £52.50.
Yep.
That
is
amazable.
I know, and that is
amazable.
This
There's
I know
a new
a lot
word.
of you love our washi tape. Maybe you haven't got this one. You can absolutely grab these because they are so good. And what you'll do is you'll run them through your machine. You'll end up with lots of bits and pieces that you don't use on the card that you're potentially making, but you'll always have a container with them in, ready to go on a card. Now, you can do paper bag wraps, put the flowers in the wraps. You can create an accent in the centre of a card. Think about mason jars, which have all got a dies. All of the buckets and shoes you can do flowers popping out of. They're just so cute. And because they all match and they're all colour toned, It's just going to match every project.
Do you know what, I love the designs on them. I was just taking a look. Some of the butterflies, they're just gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then the butterflies on the middle one, you've got those beautiful yellow cabbage butterflies. Simply exquisite, they really are. And to get the dies as well, to cut out all of those elements, it's absolutely fantastic. And use the washi tape, just put it on a piece of card. Maybe use it with one of your mat and layer dies that you've got,
Absolutely.
so you can do that
Stick
as well.
it to a sheet of card, run it through an embossing folder, or run it through another die cut so you've got a shape. It's just
phenomenal.
so usable.
By the way, that price is for everything. All 3 washi tapes, and was it 55 dies in total? 52 dies in total. What an incredible deal.
Make the most of it though, because once it's gone,
Is it
done.
gone?
It's totally done. We've moved on.
Right. Okay. So 200631. This is the first time you've seen it. It's absolutely flying out the door. £22.49 today. That's all it is. What an amazing deal. What a great concept. It really, really is. And washi tape is so delicate to use as well, in the fact that it's very easy to then just simply peel off and stick onto your cards as well. And if you wanted to put these into your like happy planners, because it's washi tape, if you put it on one place, you can just lift it and then put it on another, and it doesn't damage your paper.
And because you get so much, you get 10 metres a roll, which I would say creates about 500 cards at least. Cut them through, give them to your crafty friends, do them at churches, bag them up and sell them.
I was going to say, now, if you
Pound a bag.
if you bag them up and sell them,
A couple of pounds a bag for 50, 10,
exactly.
15.
And people that, you know, do their happy planners or do their scrapbooks love stickers like that.
Absolutely love.
So,
My
you
son,
know,
they're stuck on everything.
it's a win-win situation. Absolutely fantastic. Right, they are so busy. So I'm glad we showed those, because they are absolutely gorgeous. They really are. Right, those are your details for your washi tape on the screen. Now we're heading back to the one-day special, which is incredibly limited. We're doing a happy dance. What we're doing.
I really love the swans, and I thought I'll save my best demo till the end, and then I'm like, oh, I better hurry up.
Yes, you better have.
So basically, I'm using again another funky fossil paper, but when we did the sunset earlier, this time we're doing like a watery. So the green might be the trees in the back, and the blue might be but this is a shortcut if you don't want to mess around with ink like you've just seen me do in the last hour. So this time I'm going to heat emboss. So rather than do the traditional black ink, because they look stunning in black ink, but I'm just going to try and show you lots and lots of different ways to get the most. I mean, I would be here for a week if I wanted to honestly show you how much there is to do with it. Design team will like.
Do you love swans?
I love swans. They tell a fantastic
you know what? You should come and visit me. We've got a pool near where I live, and we've got a couple of hundred.
Really?
Oh, they're amazing. They're amazing.
My gosh. The white ones. White embossing.
Yep.
So this is going to create that white on our card. So just for a little bit of a change here.
So you can see that reflection already.
You can see it. But I'm going to, it's probably going to get lost for a second. Oh,
yes. Shall I put that away
please,
for you?
That's going to blow.
Yeah, because you don't want
It'll
that.
be in your eyeballs, and you're already struggling.
You don't want to do that. Right,
Let's heat
pop
set this
away.
very quickly. Get your gun hot.
So glad I can do that again.
I know, less time on your card means less lumps and bumps on your card, so get your gun really, really hot, then as soon as you put it on your card, the powder will change immediately.
Okay.
Okay,
So now, with that heat, we're just going over the embossing powder, and this what really gives you that incredible effect. It really does. This could be white embossing powder, black embossing powder. I tell you what, it look absolutely fantastic in some of the Icing inks that we've got on the show. You know, like some of the metal copper Icings. It would look amazing.
everything's just going to look, I can't believe it. Everything's just going to look amazing. So we have our lovely swans on there, right? Okay, so what I did ahead of time was I cut two from white cardstock here in white.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to bring these back to life a little bit. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the copper infusions, and there's one in there that's like a greyy blue colour, which I love, which if you're trying to create the look of white, the best colour to use is a blue or a grey or a purple, very lightly. So just take a little bit of the blue and add it around the edge, and
so
it'll
like
make
a shadow.
It'll make something look white. Don't colour it all in, just around the edge to add the halo.
Yeah.
So just maybe
you do
down
that
one
with like
side.
snow and stuff as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So good ones are greys, blues, purples. So I'm just going around the neck. I love this. I love this stamp. I can't tell you.
Wow. I went to see Swan Lake.
Did you?
Yeah. Went to see the ballet in Leicester.
So you can see now with the sort of like, they're not flat, we've just brought them to life just a little bit, nothing fancy, just giving them a little touch of...
Are you going to place them in front of the other ones?
So you can...
Because that looks good. It looks like you've got 4 then.
Yeah, you could do a bunch of them if you wanted to, but I am just going to stick absolutely flat.
Okay.
Or you could actually pad, but I haven't got any pads,
Yeah.
so we're going flat for the time, just to show you.
What is a collective noun for a collection of swans? 1 swan is a swan. 2 swans will be... Is there several names for it? It's interesting to know the collective nouns. Oh.
So now our swans have come to life a little bit. So also in that set, you know, you get this lovely sort of like... No, this is from the birds, ignore me. So let's just move this out of the way.
Some say a flight of swans, a lamentation of swans.
Oh, I'll always remember that because of our lamination stuff.
Yeah.
Right, so in that same set, you also get the water. So here you can start to build on the water by adding some colour. Now, when you pop it on, if you're thinking, like, where does that go? I'm not sure exactly where it goes. Look at the packaging, okay? It's super easy. There are no rules. So all I'm going to do now is push back that sort of silhouette design, but I'm going to use a colour here. Very simple. And I'm just going to use make this tealy colour because I think it might complement the papers that I'm using.
Now, on each of the stamp sets, you do get extra elements to use. So it's not just the reflection. So, for example, on the trees, you've got the trees and the tree reflection. Then you've got the stars, so you could use that with other projects.
Yeah.
You've got the sun, you've got the crescent moon, and then you've got your sentiment just there. If you are going for all of them, again, in this particular set, let me get this the right way around. This one is the moon and the bird. So there's the bird in the water and the reflection. You've got the moon in that, you've got the water shimmy, and you've also got the reefs in there as well. So you're getting so much for your money. In the swan set that we're using here, you've got your 2 swans, you've got your sentiments, you've got your reefs in there, you've got your water, and the water, Tony's just added that to the actual finished project, so you can see just how fantastic that looks. And
As soon as you add that water, it looks cool.
oh, amazing. And you can use that water on your other stamp sets as well. On the 2 lovers that are in the boat, you have got, let me turn that the right way, there you go. You've got your trees, you've got your foliage, you've also got Never Give Up, and that's also in a reflection. And then the final one that I've not showed you yet. Have I showed you them all? Yeah, I showed you them all. So you've got all of those extra stamps in those sets. We've only got a couple left. 95% of the stock has gone. The last few ready, available for you. Place your order. Do check out, because you can see pieces of artwork like this. Simply amazing.
So I just cut round that moon from the bird on the branch. And I just so I could create a little bit of a...
Is this using the Icings we've got on the show?
Yes. So I'm just going to try and make it a little bit darker. So I'm pushing back that colour and just creating a little bit of a halo. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the moon back in that recess there. Can you see, is it showing? But also in that set you get, in the lovely bird set, this one here, look. You see how we've got this reflection of the moon up there, down here. We can incorporate it into our swan one, look.
Hey.
So grab the one that's the reflection in the water.
Yep.
And then just stamp this one out. Now you can pick whatever colour you want to. Just when you do your reflection, just make sure it's, if you're trying to like do it from above, because our reflection's coming down, we want the reflection on this one to come down. If you placed it over here, the reflection wouldn't quite sit. So I'm just going to pop it maybe just a little bit down here. So there, down to here.
Yep.
So you can be so creative, honestly. Have fun with it. That is what it's all about.
Oh, this is so realistic. I take a lot of pictures of the swans in the pool where I live, and I sometimes go down at sunset. And you've captured it perfectly with the ripples in the water, the reflection of the swans, but also they're so majestic, and they just glide, and they're so calming. And I think that's what you've captured here, just that calming element.
Absolutely. And romantic, and like now we've got our look. You can't really see it on that blue, but as soon as I outline it with a white gel pen, you'll see this come through. So let's just move this out of here. Let's bring back in the moon, and this is where we're going to put the detail inside our halo now. So I'll pop this in here.
I really like this.
And I think what we'll do is we'll try and just rather than do a big black one, we'll try and keep it all in theme a little bit. So this is popping back in between our lovely, there we go, that's so soft.
Oh,
now you get that white, I don't know if you can see that white, but it's not a great shake if you can't, but it is definitely there. And then in the swan one, you get this lovely, like, big foliage sort of design. Now, you saw in the bird one, I used the foliage in there to create this heat embossed background.
Oh, that's nice.
So just to show you that the elements in there that are from, like, your silhouette leaves and your big brushes, they can be used as entities on their own. Look at that as a background, it looks absolutely incredible. So don't be afraid to, you know, think, oh, just because it's got a swan on there I can't use it, when you absolutely can. So I'm going to use this lovely sort of foliage one here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of like build it as if my swans are having a nice stroll into somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do these in black, and I might actually bring it onto the swan so it looks like she's just coming, because remember I'm doing a story. Right, okay. Let's start. So I'm going to go black with this one.
Okay. Oh, it's so lovely.
You can just keep going and going and going.
I really like it in the white, you know.
You've got the lovely. In each set, you've got the lovely. Like little grassy ones as well. So if you wanted to do just a little bank, if you penciled a line in and did a bank of...
Yeah, you could do. I like the reflection in white. I think that's really clever. Really clever.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like it's coming from light, just dusk.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to go and want to take a picture of the swans now. Oh, look at that.
That looks so good.
It does.
And then let's just pop one. Let's move it up a little bit. And shall we use, actually, let's swap that out and let's use one. Let's show you how they interchange.
It looks so good, it almost looks animated. It's almost like a cartoon.
Do you think? It does look good. And I will hold it up, it looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it does. Just the way the colours are and the white of the swans, and then you've got the white in that reflection. I'm almost expecting them to move. I really am.
So I'm just going to bring this down to here, look. So this is one of the other elements in one of the other sets, so just to show you that you can build and they all interchange beautifully.
There's the bulrushes going in.
Yep.
Oh wow, look at that. Again, it's one of these things you think, I wish I'd have done that. But you know what, you can. If you get your one-day special home, because Toni is using the stamps that you can use when you get them home, and you can watch this programme again and maybe craft along with Toni as you do it.
Yeah, so let's frame our artwork. Let's just add a halo around. So I've got that lovely stylised square and it's got that lovely edging. Now think about where you'd like that stylised element. I think it probably would look better away from the moon maybe. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's do that.
That's nice in the
corner. Now you could texture paste through that lovely detailed part if you want to. Where's my magnet? What have I done with my magnet?
Your magnet.
Oh, never mind, it's all right. I'll just go with it. So I just got a bit of black here, and I'm just going to push a bit of black through, just to create a little bit more moody down that detail. Now you don't have to use the stencil as a full entity. Remember that I'm using it in all sorts of different ways. Oh, it's underneath. What a twit!
What, your magnet?
Yeah, me. What a twit! So you can see, honestly. So let's just push a bit of black ink through. I'm not being heavy-handed, I'm just adding an accent. So it looks a little bit arty, nothing too fancy. So it just adds a little bit of depth and dimension to the card. Can we see that there? So it just stops it from floating, really. Yeah. And then let's just adhere it to our card first. And then what we need to do then is make it super, super sparkly. Okay. Now, this is the Pearly Wink spray. I use it all the time.
Yep.
Now, you know, if you spray into the air, let me just show you. If you spray into the air with this, it's super yummy. If you haven't got this in your stash, you need to buy it. You'll take it everywhere with you. So you spray into the air and you sort of like catch it, and you get a sparkly mess. Okay, so you just do that. And then it's so gorgeous. So here's one I've just done, but when it dries, this is what it looks like.
That is wonderful. That it really is amazing.
That's sprayed about 4 or 5 times, and then when this one dries, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but the subtlety, look, so you can bring it right back and push it as sparkly as you want to. So I would spray all of that with that. And I would also, just because I do like a bit of sparkle, is I would get my glue and I would go into all of these lines carefully when my glue comes out. And in those lines, not all of them, some of them, and then let's add some shimmery to our lovely lake or pond, whatever we've created there.
Oh, this is going to look fantastic.
Make it look a bit more like water, maybe. Flip it off. Very sparkly.
I love this bit. Oh,
wait till
yeah.
when the glue. So we've got a lovely shimmer in our.
Do you know what? It's magical now.
It is, and I love anything that's going to be sparkly and magical. And then let's just mat and layer it on and stick our sentiment on. Super easy. So you could add sparkle to the moon if you wanted to. I would go to town adding that white halo around that moon because it will really set that scene, won't it?
Yeah, it certainly does.
I think you at home, when you get these out, you're just going to be going like, oh my gosh, look at this, oh my gosh, look at that.
That is amazing.
So I'll pop this onto some black sparkle the other way.
Look
So just a little bit of pop of the sparkle behind.
Oh, that's so nice.
So bearing in mind, I didn't create that background, that was a Funky Fossil piece of paper. So if you're a bit fearful and you're thinking, yeah, I love the stamps, but really, I'm just not good with ink, it's just not my area, it's not my forte, dig out the lovely papers that you've got, which you've all been buying and sniffing, you know, and actually use them. Because they can be utilised with your lovely papers as well.
Yeah, they certainly can. And this is a terrific example of how you can start to build and create those scenes. Two wonderful demonstrations, actually. The one with the swans and also the one with the forest as well. Looks absolutely amazing, using all the different elements that we've got available for you on the show. Look at that. Perfect.
And then I have a sentiment somewhere as well, which has a... There we go. Never give up, which is the reflective one as well. I would probably put this on a pad, but I don't have my pad, so I'm just going to pop this on off to the side.
Oh, that is lovely.
And there we go.
What an absolutely fantastic.
So you've got something quite artistic.
That is really nice. That is really, really beautiful. Love that. Love that. Oh my days. Right, because we've been so busy, we need to give you guys time to check out your baskets to get your one-day special, which is extremely limited stock. So if it is placed in your basket now, make sure you check out. If it's not in your basket, you've got time to put it in there to make sure you get it. Take a look at this.
Have you found Craft Extra? By tuning into Freeview 85 and pressing the red button on your TV remote, you can stream Craft Extra 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Missed a show on Create and Craft? Then watch again through your connected TV via the red button. Craft Extra, for your extra dose of crafting.
It's great to have your company, it really is. We've only got about 5 minutes left of the live hour, so please do make sure that you're checking out. We are very busy in America, so good evening to you guys tonight and everyone joining us in Europe as well. It's great to have your company. It's lovely to know that we've got these flying out to the States. It's great to know that we've got these heading out to Europe as well as the UK as well, because it brings a crafting community together, and it means that crafters all over the world want something to enable them to make the perfect reflections, and that's exactly what you've got here. It's not a system where you have to go and get different plates to stamp on, then stamp it on paper, then put it backwards and then turn it round and then throw it round and wish 3 times before you finished. It's one stamp with the reflection already on there, and the way that the stamps have been engineered, that's how you get that reflection. So the top part will be beautiful in silhouette, and then the bottom part you've got that gorgeous silhouette. Whether you're going and using that wonderful forest view that you can see there with that perfect reflection coming down. You've got the bird there on the branch with that perfect reflection coming down into the water. Those are the hardest reflections to do. Then you've got the two swans. Aren't they absolutely incredible? You're going to have to name these when you get them home. You really are. And then you've got the couple there just kissing in the boat, which I think is a lovely image. You've got the birds as well, just flying off into the moon. Absolutely stunning. Could change that moon for a sunset if you want to. And then you've got those beautiful wreaths and those bulrushes as well that you can interchange with all of the sets that you're getting here tonight. It is an incredible deal. You're saving, and as a club member, you are saving. You are saving. And if you are a Freedom member, you're automatically a club member, so you do have your 10% off. You're saving £14.80 as a Freedom member. My goodness, what an incredible deal. And you can divide the cost. So instead of waiting to buy the others in a few months' time, because we don't know if we're going to have them, why don't you get them all today, get them all sent out to you, but only pay £20.39 today, and another payment in a month's time, and another payment after that. How about that? 710153 is your item number. We're very busy for those, so do check out your baskets, but we also have some wonderful stencils that Toni has been using on the show, and I want to invite Toni in as we head down the counter to show you the remaining items we've got on the show. I think these stencils are wonderful, seeing how you've used them, the star, and we use the square as well, just adding that extra detail that's not quite as precise as you want it to be, because you want that little edge to it. Looks fantastic, and I think we can see that in this particular example. I mean, how beautiful is that?
So go through with your traditional ink, your dye-based inks, your pigment inks, get that colour laid down, then lay your stencil back on and add a touch of black, and you get the most gorgeous sort of sunset, as if it's not quite gone but it is quite there. You get that colour hue around your moon and things like that, so you know, add the colour one layer, add some more colour the second layer. But equally, if you just want clean and simple cards, you can absolutely do that as well. You know, there are no rules. Mix them in with our Christmas range we launched a couple of weeks ago. What about making them in your pigment inks with the gold at the top and the blue at the bottom? You've got that star. So add in the sparkle, add in the colour on the exterior of the stencils as well, so the whole centre is white. I just love, I mean, look at that. Just, it's not in a square stencil, it's not in just a plain stencil, it's in something that looks really arty. It's going to make you look so cool with your card making. And if you love how artwork looks and love and think, do you know what, I could never do that, it's beyond me as a crafter. This is absolutely not beyond you. You have the core products to get you going. All you need to do is pick the colour.
Yeah, you certainly do. These are terrific. And you get all four for £26.99 if you're in the club. How about that? Have fun with those. Get your inks out, get your pastes out, have fun with them. Even, maybe, send them through your die cutting machines with the right plates to do a little bit of embossing, which would look amazing. Now, we do have some Icings for you on the show. We've also been using these throughout the demonstrations, but over 40% of the stock has gone. You've got the full set here for £14.99, but if you're in the club you get 10% off. That makes it £13.49, and you can divide the cost into 2 payments. It's a wonderful way to buy with us on Flexi, because it means you can have your cake and eat it too, and they are amazing. Use them as they are and use them for embossing as well. So clear embossing powder over the top of those, Toni, will make sure that you've got all of those colours in embossing.
Absolutely.
Or you can use them without.
Ultra thick embossing powders on top. All of the lovely embossing powders that we all like to buy because we love the colours, dig them out, get them down as your base layer, and then the transparency of your wow powders will just shine through. It'll be lovely. Amazing, amazing. Right, let's move on, because we want to get to the washi tape. We've been so busy. We're going to see more of this tomorrow if there is stock, because I'm sure people are going to come in and buy overnight. We've been exceptionally busy. You get all 3 sets. Now, when we're talking about a set, this is an incredible system. Let's just talk through it again, Toni, for anyone that's just joined us. Absolutely. So you get, let me just show you a little bit more detail here. So you get, like, the design. So let's just move that down a second. So the whole design goes from here to here, and that is in 2 plates of dies, okay? So you get the 2 plates from the top to the bottom. That is your complete element. So you have your infillers, your roses, your birds, your dragonflies. Then you get the 2 plates that cut them down. I've put it into 2 plates so everybody with A5 die cutting machines can run them through also. But they're just brilliant. Think about pushing out lots of toppers.
Yes.
We've got thousands and thousands of elements on these rolls. Sell them. Share them with your crafty friends. If you do classes, you can die cut a lot through and do them on people's desks for kits and things like that. They pass through in one pass, so you've got all of them cut through in one pass. They're sticky back. If you want to sticky back them, stick them to a piece of white cardstock, run them through your die cutting machine, and you have everything you're going to need to build.
They are absolutely incredible. Now, we have ran out of time. This is the end of the second live hour for your one-day special. Remember, you can see all the other elements we've got on the website. Thank you so much, Toni.
What a day.
What an absolutely fantastic show, though. So many inspirations and tips and tricks. But hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Please do check out your baskets. Thanks for watching, everyone. Right, Crafts 2 Christmas Sparkle coming up next. Stamps by me, another chance to see one of the shows, so we might sell out by the morning. Christmas with Painting Perfection on Craft Extra. Hello everyone, I'm glad you're still with us. I've got a few moments to tell you about the deal of the day. We've been very, very busy today for this. Everybody needs double-sided tape in their life. This makes it easy for you to have it in your life. Not only is it at a great price at £8.99 for all of the tape that you're seeing here, we've got 2 different sizes for you. You've got 4 of the 5mm and you've got 3 of the 10mm. And these are finger lift, so it makes it easy for you. So if you want to make your construction boxes, if you want to make your mats and your layers, stick any sentiments down, gift wrapping, these are going to be absolutely fantastic to do so. And because you're getting both of those sizes as well, it just gives you lots of scope in your crafting to start designing, and you get a lot of tape on each roll. 7 rolls in total, £8.99. 865654 is your item number for your deal of the day. Don't miss out, it's finger lifting good.
Hi, I'm Abs from Untitled Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now, and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers of colors, textures, and creating depth and dimension. Untitled Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world, bringing different designs and products in different styles. We pride ourselves of high-quality photopolymer clear stamp sets, dies, stencils, washi tapes and acrylic blocks, all in different size and formats. I hope to bring you inspiration and different ways of using your craft products. Make sure you don't miss the Untitled Create shows.
Roll up, roll.